Hey, Sue Lazar Hart here, your congruency coach, creator of the Congruent Method and the Living Academy. Can you tell I'm excited? I can hardly say my words right. Welcome to this week's transformational, motivational moment for March. And we're talking about spring, we're talking about resurgence. And one of the things I'm most aware of is oh, I've got a heart already. Hey, yeah, if you're here, say hi. Don't be shy and come on in. Tell us where you're from. And if you're watching later, hashtag replay. You know, I always come in. So pop in your questions and I'll be sure to give you more of what you're asking for, which is what seekers and creators are all about. So, springtime, resurgence, springing into the desires, the wants, the asks. It's a time to kind of clear out, open the windows up to your soul, clear out what isn't working, and step into what is. And today we're talking about the heart, right? So I just have to put my hand on my heart while I'm talking about her. So springtime is a time of renewal. It's a time to shed creations, as we're just talking about, that no longer contribute to you. That, you know, how do you know when something's not contributing to you? There's a heaviness, there's a contraction. You can't breathe, right? When something's truly joyous and yummy, your heart is open, you're breathing freely, your eyes are open to the world. So as we welcome the season of growth and new beginnings, this is a great opportunity to tune in and just listen to your heart. You know, so when you have a question, what does your heart tell you? Now, for the most part, we were not told to trust ourselves, our hearts, by the people that raised us, because they didn't know how to trust their heart or themselves. They looked to this reality to tell them what to do. We're here at the Congruent Living Facebook community. We're going beyond what this reality says into how do I get in touch with what my heart is telling me? So, my question for you is, what dreams and desires are calling to you this spring that you haven't actually checked into? What have you put aside? What changes do you need to make more authentic and aligned and congruent with your values? Now, how do you find that out? By taking the time to listen and honor your inner voice. You can create a season of renewal by listening to your inner voice and listening to the tugs of awareness. So when I talk about listening to your heart, I'm really talking about tuning into your inner guidance system. Now, our hearts have a way of communicating with us, often through our intuition, through our emotions. We're empathic. We get that, oh, wow. And, you know, for those of you who go for the shiny, bright object syndrome, what we call is the restless saboteur, it's about asking which one of these is actually aligned with my heart's desire for myself, for my life, for my living. So when we connect to our hearts, it's about taking a moment. It's about being present, right? Being quiet. We tap into our deepest desires and what it is that you want to create in a life that you love, that you would love to live, that you would love to share with everyone else. And how do we do that? Well, I'm going to give you a few exercises that actually help you connect to your heart. You know, we've heard a lot about different ones: mindfulness, gratitude, visualization, positive affirmation, mindful movements that can strengthen our connection to our inner guidance system. So here's the trick. It's about practicing them. Just the same way you practice tying your shoes or you practice going to school, you created a pathway in your mind. Okay, this is what I need to do. And so until it was like automatic, you didn't question how you got to school or how you tied your shoes. You just automatically did it because it's called constant space repetition. You repeated that so many times, you created a path. So picture like a field in which there's one path in that field that's all the grass is packed down because you've gone over it and over it and over it so many times. Well, how did you do that? You practiced it. You practiced going to school. You practiced tying your shoes. So what I'm asking you to do is, would you be willing to create a new path? And how do we do that? Again, by practicing. It creates a different neural pathway to keep you on track, creating with congruence. Living congruently with your heart's desire to make choices that align with your true self and lead to greater fulfillment and happiness. How do you create that path? By choosing one of these exercises I'm going to give you and just playing with it for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, making it a commitment to you that this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to getting in touch with who I truly be. I mean, I always woke up early in the morning. That's just who I be. With the sunrise, it just always filled me with joy. The idea of like taking a moment and being quiet with it, being centered, doing some heart activation, meditation, being present with what it is I'm asking of this day. Sometimes I didn't feel like doing it. Sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. That's my pathway. I know if I follow this path, it will get me to where I want to go. And when we do that, when we practice our path, whatever that is, it's going to be different for all of us. We're more likely to feel a sense of meaning. You're more likely to feel a sense of meaning in your life. And when you feel fulfilled and purposeful, not living for a purpose, but purposeful, you're filled. You understand who you are and what you came here to be and do. You're more likely to be motivated and resilient in the face of challenges and setbacks. So by incorporating heart-centered exercises that help you connect to your heart, we're really setting ourselves up for success in every way, in every part of life. Now, I'm going to give you a few suggestions, and I'm going to follow up the suggestions with what I like to call a heart activation, right? Something I do every morning that will help you come back to you any time of the day. So again, what are my suggestions? Mindful breathing. Take a few minutes, sit quietly, focus on your breath. Sounds so simple, right? And I noticed one of my daughters with her son, my grandson or granddaughter, when they're out of whack with who they are, with being grounded, she'll say, okay, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. So again, something we're not taught. We're taught to solve that problem. Go for it. Do it. Don't stop. Just do it. No, I'm asking you to do the reverse. Back it up and just be present. When you're feeling out of whack, be just present. Take a breath or 2 or 3 and just concentrate on your breath and nothing else. Focus on the inhale, focus on the exhale. Now, this exercise can help you feel more present in the moment and reduce stress or anxiety. Another one is, a lot of people do this, perhaps that's you as well, gratitude, right? Gratitude creates a totally different path to where you want to go and who you're asking to be. Write down 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for each day. This exercise can help you shift the focus to positive sense of being and increased feelings of happiness. Now, the reason why I call it an exercise, well, you know when the very first time you ever went on a bike or worked out at a gym, you had to do some reps, right, to build up the muscle. So by learning to create a new pathway, I'm asking you to to do it repetitively, to build up the reps, to create that path, to build the muscle where you look forward to and you get the results and the success of whether it's journaling, whether it's gratitude, whether it's mindful breathing. They're all tools to play with. For some, visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself, I am living a life that I love. I've accomplished that dream or desire, and I'm nurturing it with the energies of coming back to my heart. I'm living my life, the life that I love, through my heart, not to my heart. We have a point of view that once I get this, that, then I'll be grateful. No, it's not what comes to you, it's what comes through you. And you have this amazing heart that is asking to have everything come through it. Right? Be aware of how you talk to yourself. We're going to talk a little bit about that in the actualization I'm going to be giving you in a minute. Mindful movements. I love that. There we go. Hope that works. Somebody tried to call me on my phone. Take a walk outside and just, instead of like, oh, I'm walking for an hour, I'm getting my cardio, go for it. Take a walk outside and just go for it in the sense of go for the feelings, not for the pushing through. Hey, Esther, welcome, right? This also has you connecting to the earth, has you connecting to the heavens, to the skies, to you. We are not living alone. We are all part of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift that is surrounding us. So when you're in a walk, have a mindful walk, gratitude for what you see. Take it in, take a breath. Right? Yeah, gratitude. So This is what I love to call a heart-centered, I'm rolling up my sleeves for this one, a heart-centered activation as promised, to help you connect to what you're asking to create in your life. You're living your day with your heart. Heart first. That's the first thing that's created in an embryo. It's the heart, right? The heartbeat, the heartbeat of the earth. Do you ever put your hands on a tree and you can feel the heartbeat of a tree? So this is what I'm asking you to do, is to get to start building that path, that so you too can connect to your heart whenever you want. So take a moment, close your eyes, and I'm going to be giving you a heart activation that can open and nourish the heart. Find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed for the duration of this. It'll take just a few minutes. Sit comfortable with your back straight up and your hands resting on your lap. Or you could just stand, be present, right? Bring your attention to your heart center. And that's located in the middle of your chest, just below your collarbone. Visualize a bright light emanating from your heart center, spreading throughout your body into the space around you. Now, as you're visualizing this, breathe in, filling your whole body with the breath of life, holding it just at the top, and exhale through your mouth and holding it there. And then breathe in, bringing all the air up to the top of your head, holding it there for a minute, and then exhale. And as you listen to your breath, listen to your breath and feel how those deep breaths are centering you. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Visualize that bright light emanating from your heart center, spreading throughout your body into the space around you, into the collective fields around you, expanding out. And as you focus on this light, allow yourself to tune in to the sensation of being present with your body. Any images, words, or symbols that come to mind, just let them go. Don't judge them or analyze them. Simply observe them. Go back to listening to your breath and being present with your body and your heart. Knowing that your heart is here for you as it expands energetically with that warm pink glow expanding out and out to create a bubble around you. And repeat to yourself, I am creating with my heart. I am filled with gratitude for the wonder and the wondrous life I am living. I'm ready to move forward with my life. My desires and passions guide me in all that I do. I am in the right place at the right time. I am creating from my heart. I am creating through my heart. I am the creation. And take a few more deep breaths. And when you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Yeah. How's that for everyone? Because hearts or thumbs up? Yeah. A little more peaceful, a little more gentle with you. See, it's only when we get rid of all the noise that we can listen to our heart blossom. That's the nurturing in the garden of our heart that is required. So I encourage you to practice this heart activation regularly, especially when you feel disconnected from your heart's desire or you're facing difficult decisions. By regularly connecting with your heart center, You'll cultivate a deeper sense of who you be and the clarity of what's required for you today in your life, in your living, with your future. Now, for those of you who would love just the activation, and I suggest that you highly do this, just put hashtag heart, H-E-A-R-T, activation, hashtag heart activation in the comments below, and I will have a copy just of the audio made up, so you can actually listen to this at the start of your day and see what pathway, what neural pathway that creates for you. So my other question for you is, what support do you require? Right? What support do you require? Because we all require support. Whether the truth is we haven't been taught to trust asking for help. Most of us were brought up in a non-nurturing environment in which questions, asking for help, was not one of those, was not even a possibility. So what I'm encouraging you to do is to trust in your knowing. Start letting your heart know you actually trust what your heart is telling you. And reach out if you're asking for support. Reach out. Reach out. I'll put my link up above where you can have a strategy session with me, a clarity session in which we're going to go through what it is that you find that's blocking you and create some new strategies in which you can actually create a life you love from your heart. From your heart. Yeah. So once again, if you're interested in this activation, just put hashtag heart activation, and I will send you a copy of just the audio to listen to with the agreement that you actually will use it, right? Because there's so many times where we go to plant a garden and then we walk away from it, right? It's springtime. We get things cleared out, but we don't take them to the dump or the garbage. The dump, that's what we call it in Vermont. We don't throw it out. So what I'm asking you to do is let's create that new pathway together by you challenging yourself, and we'll call it the Heart Activation Challenge, and see what that creates for you. All right, I adore you all. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be. One who's willing to live in congruence with everything they require and desire. Until we meet again, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.